Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the bonus cartridge for Wednesday, May 30th, 2018. I'm just trying to get all settled in here into my spot and, get comfy because, I hope today's main show was pretty good. I thought it was very well informed and put together. I do want to continue talking about active shooter. Pardon me. I've been talking for the last 45 minutes or so. How long, 41 minutes? 41 minutes. 41 and a half minutes of recording. Yay. That's how long it takes me to get this done. Anyway, okay, so I'm a little taken back by the number of comments that I got supporting active shooter. It was also reflective in the number of dislikes the video got yesterday. I'm not really too bothered by that. But the fact that some people actually took the time to type out their arguments and not realize just what the thing that they're supporting is. Okay? I don't have a problem with gun violence in video games. I have a problem with gun violence in real life. Okay? I personally don't, but I have an opinion on it, as I have an opinion on many things. And I would like to personally see more gun control. I don't want to see people have their guns taken away. I am a firm believer in guns. I like guns myself. I do not personally own any guns, but it's not off of it's not off of what I think, things that I wouldn't ever own. Okay, if I ever did have one, I definitely want to have the facilities, the right equipment in order to store such a thing, because I have a small child, and well, things can go very wrong with a firearm and a small child very quickly. So I don't want to have that firearm around my child unless I can have it be protected. I think that's responsible. I think that's reasonable. So until I feel as though I can afford both a safe and the weapon, I'm not even going to try to go anywhere near it. Okay. And I also don't feel as though I need one at the moment. I don't know of any shooting ranges around here. That's the only place I'd ever feel like I would ever want to use a weapon, unless I'm out in the middle of the boonies, nowhere. To be fair, okay, last time I actually shot a gun, I was on the top of a mountain, and I shot a sign. It was 8 years ago? Maybe longer, maybe a little bit less. 6 to 8 years ago, okay? It was before I started doing YouTube. I enjoy shooting guns. That's not my problem. My problem is the specific context of playing a terrorist, a domestic terrorist, murdering children at a school. Okay? And if you want to pull the father card on me and say, oh, well, you care so much because you're a dad. Okay, fine. You want to label me that way? Fine. I don't necessarily think that's the way that is. But the idea of my daughter going to school as a risk is a terrible idea. That's a terrible thought. That's a horrible thing that we have to live with in our society. Could we not have a video game that glorifies that? Is that too much to fucking ask? Or if it's not even, this thing shouldn't exist. Not on Steam. Could we have some frickin' standards on Steam? And could one of the standards be not a game about shooting up a school for the purposes of shooting up a school? Okay. Somebody had said that you can kill children in Skyrim and Fallout. No, you can't. Not unless you mod it in. Hatred, as people have also compared this game to. And I also don't think that that's the same thing, because hatred is the guy has a general dislike for society. Okay, this guy, he is a general madman. He just generally just wants to murder innocent people. Okay, fine. That's literally everybody. This is a very specific, targeted thing. It's also a plague amongst my country, because we have at least one school shooting a month, and we've had one school shooting a month for the last I don't know how freaking long. I have a problem with this, and I don't think that having this game at least available on Steam or really anywhere. I don't want to see this game available for anywhere. Dandruff, if you don't want to see it available on Steam, where do you want it sold? Nowhere, okay? But I don't think that the person who made it should be charged with a crime, because again, that is actual censorship, and that's where I can't support the game, but I can support their right to make the game. Okay. I don't, and like that's where it ends, because I believe that freedom of speech also has some negative connotations behind it, because I believe that also means freedom of hate speech, and in this case, that freedom of speech, your freedom of art and expression, it takes the form of a program where you shoot up innocent children in a school. Blah, blah, blah. You can play the other side. Blah, blah, blah. Why don't we just make it so that way you save people in the school then? No, that's not the controversial part, obviously. This is not I don't know why this should not be so fucking difficult. This shouldn't be so fucking difficult, yet it is. So, I'm going to go back to advocating things like this, things like active shooter, should not be on Steam. And I will try to have a little bit more reaction, too, because when I first saw this game, I was like, I was like, with the amount of loot boxes and DMCA crap and copyright infringement stuff that happens, this game isn't doing none of that. I really wasn't shocked by it. I wasn't offended by it. This Jim Sterling pointed out in his thing. He wasn't offended by it. He was only offended by the idea of it just being a terrible game. But even then, I'm just like, I'm not even there, because it's what I expect out of Steam at this point, which is how fucking low that platform has gotten. So, could we not go that low? Could we try to have a little bit more class and try to put out a little bit better product than these terrible asset flips about terrible fucking subjects? And I am including all those, like, there's been a couple of homophobic games out there. What the fuck? What the actual ever-living fuck? Just homophobia for homophobia's sake, murdering for murdering's sake. One thing I want to touch on, because I got a minute left. If there were some mechanic in a game where to screw with your head, you had to kill children, I could get behind that. Okay? If it were some psychological attack and you, like, there's children, like, for some reason, I don't know what game this is, I could see why that could serve a purpose, because then you have to make the choice, the difficult choice of, is this a hallucination, or, they could also just be hallucinations, so, like, killing them just means they disappear, so it's not actually children. But, like, if you were presented with that, I think I would have a much different opinion, different stance on it. Social media links are over here, but thank you so much for watching my show. Hit the like button if you liked it, hit the dislike button if you didn't, but either way, it helps me out. Click up here to watch the full episode for today's show. Click down here to watch yesterday's episode, which was about active shooter being removed from Steam, and click over here to subscribe to my wonderful, wonderful channel. I said Steam and not Steam. Steen. Bye.